When you're selling your home, it's natural to want to help sell it. You love the place. You know every upgrade, every cozy corner, and you want buyers to see what you see. But here's the truth. Buyers don't want to be sold by you. They want to feel sold by the home itself. People don't buy on logic, no matter what they say. They buy on emotion and then back up their decision with logic. That's how almost every big purchase works. Homes, cars, you name it. They fall in love first, then justify it later. So when you start selling with logic, square footage, roof age, energy efficient windows, you're speaking the wrong language. Those facts matter, but not first. They'll ask about those things after they've fallen in love with the place. That's why the number one mistake sellers make is hovering. They talk too much, follow buyers from room to room, and point out every feature. It comes from a good place, but it almost always backfires. Buyers need space. They want to explore freely. Picture their furniture. Imagine their kids in the yard or their dog sleeping by the fireplace. They can't do that if you're narrating every step. Think of it like this. You're not the salesperson. You're the host. Your job is to make people comfortable enough to picture themselves living there. And here's where an agent makes all the difference. One of the benefits of using an agent is that we buffer you from the buyer. We've walked through hundreds of homes and met every type of buyer. Serious, cautious, emotional, or just curious. We know the difference between a tire kicker and a real prospect. We know when to speak and when to stay quiet. Most importantly, we're not emotionally attached to the outcome, at least not in the same way you are. You want your home sold because it's personal. We want it sold because it's our job. That separation helps everyone breathe easier. So here's a rule. Highlight your top 2 or 3 features, then step aside. If you're going to highlight something, make it a story. Instead of rattling off upgrades, say something like, I love having my morning coffee on the back deck watching the sunrise. Or, ever since we updated the kitchen, I spend a lot more time in there. That gives a feature a feeling. It paints a picture. A buyer doesn't remember granite counters. They remember how the kitchen made them feel. After that, let the house do the talking. If they linger in a room, resist the urge to fill the silence. Step outside or step out to the lanai to give them privacy. Let them whisper, imagine, and connect. That's where the sale happens, in their imagination, not in your explanation. Don't check every few minutes. Don't ask for feedback mid-tour. Definitely don't bring up offers or pricing while they're walking through. They need to fall in love before they start running numbers. If you try to negotiate during the showing, you'll lose the emotional pull that makes them want to fight for their home later. If you want to talk, ask questions around the edges. Things like, are you local? Are you moving in from out of town? When are you hoping to make your move? How's your home search going so far? These questions build connection without pressure. And when they're leaving, simply ask, when would be a good time for me to follow up? Then actually follow up. That's what professionals do. Now, let's look at the other things that quietly turn buyers off. Stuff that most sellers never notice until it's too late. Unpleasant odors. Smell is one of the biggest deal killers in real estate. You might not notice your home's scent anymore, but buyers will. Pet odor, smoke, and last night's garlic dinner. These things stick in a buyer's mind. They can't picture moving in if the first thing they notice is something funky in the air. Before showings, deep clean. Wash fabrics, rugs, and curtains. Empty trash cans, clean litter boxes, and open windows for fresh air. Keep scents light and neutral. A house should smell like nothing. That's the best smell. Clean and fresh. Dirt and grime. Buyers see dirt as neglect. Sticky counters, dusty vents, soap scum. It all screams deferred maintenance. If the little things aren't clean, they assume the big things aren't either. Do a showing level clean every time. Wipe every surface, shine faucets, polish mirrors, vacuum carpets, and mop floors. Pay attention to small details like light switches and door handles. Clean says cared for. Dirty says expensive repairs. Clutter and personal items. This one is huge. Buyers can't see themselves living in your home if they're surrounded by your life. Family photos, collectibles, piles of mail, it all distracts them. Declutter and depersonalize. Pack up anything that's not essential. Clear the kitchen counters, tidy closets, and remove excess furniture. Think model home, not lived in. You want open space, light, and calm. Lighting. Light sells houses. Dark rooms make buyers uneasy. They feel smaller, older, and more closed off. Replace weak light bulbs. Open every curtain and turn on every light before showing. Natural light makes everything look bigger and newer. Florida sunshine is free, so use it. Temperature. If you're selling in Florida, this one is non-negotiable. Never shut off the AC to save a few bucks. A warm, stuffy home makes buyers uncomfortable the second they walk in. They won't stick around. Set the thermostat to a cool, comfortable level before showings. Make it feel like a refuge from the heat outside. A comfortable home feels well maintained and instantly more inviting. Pets and pet evidence. We love our pets, but not everyone does. Pet hair, odors, toys, and scratch marks can turn off buyers fast. Before a showing, take pets out if possible. Vacuum thoroughly, hide the food bowls and toys, and freshen the air. Even if buyers have pets themselves, they want to picture their pets there, not yours. Here's the thing, all these fixes are simple. They don't cost much. You don't need to remodel your kitchen or replace all your furniture. You just need to see your home the way a stranger does. Do a buyer walk. Step outside, wait a minute, and walk in like it's your first time. What do you notice? The smell, the clutter, the lighting? That first 10 seconds tells you everything a buyer will feel. Fix those things, and you're already ahead of 90% of sellers. And remember, buyers rarely tell you what bothered them. They won't mention the smell, the mess, or the awkward hovering. They'll just thank you politely and move on. When you handle all these little things, they stay longer, ask more questions, and picture themselves moving in. That's when emotion takes over, and emotion sells homes. Now, let's circle back to that buffer I mentioned earlier. When you work with a good agent, you don't have to manage all of this yourself. We know how to create the right atmosphere, field the tough questions, and read the buyer's reactions without emotion getting in the way. We know when someone's serious and when someone's stalling, and when to close the conversation gracefully. You get to relax, keep your sanity, and avoid those uncomfortable what do they think moments. That's the beauty of experience. We've seen what works and what doesn't. You can't fake calm confidence, and that's what buyers respond to. So polish your home, present it well, and let your agent handle the rest. That's how you protect your time, your nerves, and your sale price. If you haven't already, grab your free Sunshine State Handbook, scan the QR code, or call me at 407-754-6412, and I'll send it to you. It's full of Florida-specific tips on how to prepare, price, and profit when selling. Take care of the little things, trust the process, and remember, you don't have to sell your house to buyers. You just have to make it easy for them to fall in love with it. I am still Tom McNamara, and this is the Florida Real Estate Insider. See you in the next one.